Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Westchester, Pennsylvania for Day 3 of the 2016 ACHA Division II Men's National Championships as we bring you Pool B action between the Arizona State Maroon Sun Devils and the Lindenwood Lions, a consolation game here. Both teams 0-2, wrapping up their seasons here on the last day of pool play. Matt Coma along with Brandon Coburn here as yes, it's a consolation game here, but still a lot of play for these two teams.
Oh, absolutely. You never want to leave the tournament without a win. For both these teams, you're playing for your pride, and you look at the previous games that they've played, it should be a pretty close one, looking at the stats that they had in their previous two games.
All right, we'll send it downstairs quickly for our national anthem before we begin today's contest. All right, getting ready for puck drop here between the Sun Devils and Lions. Both teams, as we just mentioned, 0-2 going into today's contest. The Lions falling to William Patterson and the
Liberty Flames.
Liberty Flames.
And you take a look at Lindenwood coming into this game, 2 goals on the tournament, 10 against. On the other side, we've got Arizona State Maroon. They have 1 more goal with 3 goals for and 1 less with 9 against. So looking at those stats, this one could set up to be a dandy.
Great game to finish off pool play here between the Lions and the Sun Devils. Lindenwood in the white uniforms will move left to right this opening period. ASU in the black uniforms, right to left. Puck drop, we're underway. The final game of pool play for both these teams here at the 2016 National Championship Tournament. The Lions win the opening draw, bringing it up to the near side. Boards for the Sun Devils is Kyvan. 3-on-2 battle near side. Kyvan looks for a backhanded pass. It's cut off by number 21, Kyle Vessling. He's the captain for this Lindenwood Lions squad. Upended in the neutral zone. Arizona State able to get it back as they send it in, make their first change of the afternoon. One-on-one battle down low on that far corner as Patterson has nice check from number 14, Jake Savona. Had 2 goals on the tournament so far, the Sun Devil with a check down low. As the Lions will come up the near side. Up to Cipolla. Upended, Arizona doing a good job of keeping it in. As it's now down right in front of us. Stolen back, here's Savona. 2 goals on his tournament so far. He drops a pass, walking in now Mason Tuber. Back to Kyvan, a shot is saved by our goaltender in net for Lindenwood. It's Chris Johansson. Sun Devils cycling in the corner. Kyvan tried to go to the top of the point. It was stolen away by the Lions. Corey Johnson back out to neutral ice, sends it into the ASU zone. Back for the Sun Devils as well, because he got it turned over as number 24 for the Lions. Marcus was applying pressure. Now over the far side. Sean Wilkes ahead. Off of a skate, takes a bounce in the air back into the Lindenwood zone. On net to Johansson, he'll turn it aside. Lions trying to break the puck out. Nice passing from Lindenwood as they bring it ahead with Kubara. Good stolen away pass though from Josh Morgan. Near side now in front of the neutral zone. Back into the Lindenwood end. D-to-D pass to the near side. Chandler floats one high in the air all the way down. This will be an icing call on the Lions, and we'll have our first whistle with 18:10 left.
You know, you're talking about Savona there. 2 goals for the Arizona State Maroon Club, and you can tell why out there. The leading in points on the team with 54. He had 23 goals, 31 assists in the regular season, and he is a guy that is always buzzing. Tons of creativity. take a look for this guy out there to get the offense going for Arizona State.
You mentioned the Sun Devils only have 3 goals this weekend. 2 of those goals are for Savona. The other goal for ASU is from Scott Farr. So here come the Lions into the zone. Valencia on the far side fires a shot just wide of Seltenreich. He was able to turn that one aside. Lions trying to maintain the zone as it pops back out to neutral ice. Another D-to-D pass on the far side. Allen up the far boards his pass off target, but it does get a deflection, so no icing. Lions in the middle of a change as ASU sets up their breakout. Back behind the net, Velasco looking here to the near side, throws it out of play.
Sending a little welcome to the boys on the bench.
They weren't awake now.
Yeah,
They're definitely awake now.
They are on, they're not on Eastern time, so, you know, a 12 o'clock game is a little bit different for them. I'm sure they're kind of accustomed to it by now, but like I said, why not just send it on the bench, get everybody's heart going a little bit here, and we'll drop the puck. 2
Arizona State schools here in this tournament. They're the only 2 teams that had to travel 3 time zones to get here, as most either had just the 1 or 2 or none to get here to Westchester, Pennsylvania. Sun Devils getting out of the zone. They'll race after it and waved off the icing call by the linesman, as number 10, Nitching, and number 11, Anderson, ran each other in the boards back behind on the far side. Now here comes the Sun Devils with a turnover. Brent Vaughn on the far side. Gets past one man. He'll fire a shot. Save Johansson. Lions with time to skate it. Floated high. Pass by Polite. Went off the backside of a teammate. He'll regather it and send it in off the stick of Selton right here to the near corner. Good offensive pressure from Arnez on that far side. Still pressuring as he comes to the far side. Takes a bounce off the linesman, now walking in. Top of the point, a shot, score! Pepe Cipolla gets the opening goal here in Game 3 as the Lindenwood Lions get on the board early.
Great shot there by Cipolla. 13 goals in the regular season, 8 assists. And this guy's showing why he is able to put up 13 on the board. Nice job in the slot. Puck comes out right out in front. He makes no mistake as he goes over the goaltender on the glove side. 1-0 for LU.
So LU with a strong start here in the first period, as Cipolla gets his first goal of the tournament. Lions back in control in their own zone. They'll pass it to the near side. Cipolla will just give that puck up as he comes back out to neutral ice. Sent right back in by the Sun Devils, though. Peterson tried to clear it around the near side. Big hit from Cipolla on that near side. Took out the defenseman for ASU, but the Sun Devils still hold the zone.
Not a bad shift there. Big hit and a goal.
Top of the point now. Here's Morgan with a shot that just went wide of Johansson. Now settled on the far side. Picked up by Arnez. Looks for the stretch pass. It's off target. Wilkes is back for ASU. Over the far side quickly. Morgan backhands it in. Takes a check for his efforts. Swung around near to the near side. Teams battle for it in the corner. Now spurts out in front. Sun Devils in possession. Now top of the point. Back to Morgan. He fires a shot. It's saved by Johansson. And he covers up with 15:33 remaining here in the period. 1-0 Lindenwood.
You got a chance to see both of these teams. I know that I did. I got to see Lindenwood and Arizona State here. Maroon play both of their games. And Arizona State known for a team that's allowed a lot of shots, but they're pretty good defensively. They don't allow the big opportunities. They did in the last one. And they're going to have to make sure they're not allowing Lindenwood, just because they are number 3 seed, the big opportunities like they did against the 1 and the 2 seed.
This is the 3-4 matchup, while the games today are 1-2 and 3 versus 4. As the Lions, the number 3 team out of the Central region, had to go through regionals. Is a shot, score for the Sun Devils. Here on the near side, it's number 27, Sean McGowan.
You never guess this guy with 2 goals now on the season, only 1 in 24 games played, and he totally shocks the goaltender. What an optimistic goal right there as the Sun Devils respond with a beautiful backhand goal. And like I was saying, I think that one just surprised the goalie more than anything, as that one snuck underneath the blocking arm. We got a good game on our hands. 4-3 in shots, yet 1-1 to score.
Took a minute and a half for the Sun Devils to respond to that goal from Lindenwood. We're back to a tie hockey game just 5 minutes in. Lindenwood sends it all the way down. Lions will not get an icing call, but it's on frame to Seltenreich. They will get an offensive draw for their efforts here. with 14:52 remaining here in the period. We've already seen an electric hockey game here so far, Brandon.
Yeah, it's pretty much what we were expecting. Like we said, these two teams should match up pretty evenly. Like you said, a 3 and a 4 seed, and their statistics through their first two games look pretty even. So you take that into effect. This is what we were expecting in the hockey game, 1-1. So we've got a battle on our hands.
ASU was offside. They have to tap it along. They're still offside. Gives Lindenwood an opportunity to break the puck out. Pass over the near side. Now left it back for Polite. Over the far side off of an ASU stick. Now a center pass finds Roberts into the offensive zone. Poked away to the near corner. ASU now with a chance to push it forward. Up ahead, Godfrey. He'll send it in. ASU will take the opportunity to change the line. So will the Lions. As here's Peterson. Up the near side, pass too far forward. ASU able to cut it off, send it back to the blue line. Walking in is Kazan. He'll come in front. A shot saved by Johansson as a good pass to Davison in front. Led to another great opportunity for the Sun Devils.
Arizona State with a couple dandy chances right there, but a good stop in net. You know, this Lindenwood team, one of the only teams in the tournament that has scored less goals than they have allowed throughout the regular season. You know, they've had their ups and downs. You look at their schedule, but they have had a big win as they did beat Grand Valley State earlier in the season, I believe by a score of 4-1.
Lindenwood, of course, one of the 4 semifinalists at last year's national tournament back in Salt Lake City. Unfortunately, on the wrong end of that semifinal, lost 8-1 to NYU, who ended up eventually winning the national championship. Lions looking to end their season on a high note here. Same with the Sun Devils. They're both looking for their first win of the weekend. Lions keeping up the pressure on the far side. Stolen away by ASU as it's chipped off the glass. Not out. Still settles at the top of the point. Now gathered by Wilkes. 1-on-3. He throws it on net to Johansson. Earns an offensive draw as we get a whistle with 13:20 left. ASU leading on the shot count, 6-3 here so far. Both teams emphasizing that dump and chase play that we've seen throughout most of the teams this weekend.
Yep, pretty good year though for Lindenwood. All in all, sending 2 teams to nationals here as their Division I team.
As a shot in front is saved by Johansson. That was Kyman in front, or Savona, excuse me, in front.
The Division I team for Lindenwood actually walking away with the national championship title this year. Kind of shocking everybody. And then Lindenwood Division II getting back to the tournament as well. Unfortunately, dropping their first 2 games, and you know that they would like to pick up a win here this afternoon.
Lindenwood now has an opportunity here. Pushing ahead is Vesling. He tries a spin around shot, but he earns a penalty. As the Lions, make it an extra one here. As the Sun Devils will be heading to the box, we'll see how many will be coming as we have a group of players here on the near side. It looks like it's just the tripping call.
It's a smart play by the Lindenwood Lions right there. As you make a spin move, you get yourself into position where the Sun Devils have to take you down, and they will be going to the box for 2 or less on the play.
So the penalty is going to be number 12, Blake Duarte. They'll go for 2 minutes for tripping, and it'll be their first power play of the afternoon. It goes to Lindenwood. So an opportunity for the Lions to get back on top here.
They are down in shots in this one, 7-4, but like you said, the first opportunity of the afternoon where a team gets the man advantage, and we'll see if the Lions are able to make a move here and get the second goal of the hockey game.
Taking a look at the special teams units for either side. As ASU was able to win that draw and able to keep it in possession. As here come the Lions. D-to-D pass. Patterson now into the near side. Goes down low. Finds Arnez. Arnez back to Patterson. He'll fire a shot. Save Seldenreich. Rebound is tipped aside. Over the far side now. Picked up by Allen. Allen thought about a shot, said goes down low for Vesling. Sends one in front, shot saved. Seltenreich, it was loose on the back door. Unfortunately, Arnez couldn't pull the trigger. Line set up again with 1:20 left. Is Pedersen a shot? It's turned aside by Seltenreich. Over here to the near side, Arnez. Now back to Pedersen, walking in top of the slot over the far side. Allen a shot, and Seltenreich standing tall, making that save.
Some glorious scoring opportunities right there for the Lions. That's one that they would love to have back, as that puck just scored free. Kind of a deer in the headlights there, as they weren't able to tuck that one home. But first shift from the power play, you got to be happy with the chances that they are generating.
So face off on the far side, 12:08 to go here in the period, 1:07 left in the power play. As we're getting the new center for Lindenwood. Huber will take the draw against Savona. Sun Devils won it, but unable to clear the zone. The D-to-D pass here to the near side. Valencia's shot that went wide. Over now Miller, holds top of the circle, comes towards the front of the cage. The shot deflected here to the near corner, and we get a whistle for a penalty. It's going to be a slashing call, and I believe it's on the Lions.
Best way to kill off a penalty is to draw a penalty, and Arizona State drawing one right now. So we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey, it looks like, for 50 seconds, and then Arizona State will go on to their first power play of the afternoon.
So it's number 11, Jeremy Huber for the Lions, that goes for slashing, and an altercation in front of the net there during that power play negates the Lions' first power play. We're down to, as Brandon mentioned, 50 seconds on the Arizona State penalty, so we'll have 4-on-4 for that time. ACU will get about 1:10 of power play time after that. ASU wins the draw as we begin 4-on-4 play. Pass here to the near side. Bowden couldn't control. He fires a shot. It's wide. Racing over to the far side as Vaughn can't keep it in the zone as he comes back to Bowden near side. Tries to tap one along. Stolen away by the Lions. Here's Mott. Poke checked away by ASU. Back out to center ice. Getting a stick on it for the Lions as Chandler sends it into the ASU end. Down to 22 seconds on the 4-on-4. ASU about to go on the power play for the first time. Vaughn still in his own zone. Being pressured. Has to play to the far side. Savona lost the handle on his. He gets a big check on the far side. Good hit from number 21, Vesling, as he fires a shot and scores. The captain on the board, an even strength goal. 2-1 Lindenwood.
Good response here by the Lions. You have a power play, and you lose momentum on it by taking a penalty. In the offensive zone, it all looked like it was lost there for the Lions, but they come back on a 4-on-4, just 6 seconds remaining in the penalty now. And they end up giving up a goal. That's one that they would definitely love to have back, as that puck was just slid across the ice. The goaltender just, you can tell, he's looking up to the rafters. He'd like to have that one back.
So goal is to number 21, Kyle Vesling, able to get one past Seltenreich.
The leading goal scorer on the team throughout the year. 14 goals, 18 assists coming into the national tournament. He was the only player on the roster that had over a point per game.
It was a 4-on-4 goal, so the ASU Sun Devils now on the power play as their penalty has expired. As we get closer to the halfway point here of the first period. Pass over to the far side. Here's Savona. Savona trying to get past Pedersen. He does. Sends one in front, but jammed up. Another try here on the near side by Tuber. Was blocked as well. Here comes Vesling looking for another. Poked away by the Sun Devils here to the near side. Taking a tumble was number 27, Gross. And that breaks the Sun Devils out the other way. Mason Tuber ahead. Leaves one for far. Unfortunately couldn't find him. Now Tuber has an opportunity in the slot. He'll fire a wrist shot off the pad to the corner. We get a... It was number 8 for the Lions. Cipolla and Tuber got tangled up, and that led to this altercation. As Cipolla goes to the box.
Cipolla not happy at all. Very angry Lion out there.
We saw at least 3 of the Lions try and go after Tuber.
That's how they attack.
Attack in packs.
They attack in packs.
And that's going to be Cipolla's day.
Wow.
So a goal and a misconduct penalty.
A goal, a big hit in the same shift, and then a couple minutes later, he ends up getting the boot for that. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure how he's getting kicked out for that one.
Maybe something he said on the way to the bench. He was not happy as he was coming.
He was taken down. I believe there should have been a call on that one. I don't think the arm was up. He was very unhappy about that. Then he tried to take things into his own hands. Definitely didn't get into a a fight where he could have been kicked out for that. But like you said, you never know. He could have said something that sparked the officials to say, you're done. Take a look at the Arizona State Maroon team. They have 6 All-American, academic All-Americans, that is. And you go down the list, William Bowden, Matthew Brumfield, Scott Farr, Nathan Keevan, Jake Savona, their top scorer, and Mason Tuber.
Mason Tuber did go to the box for that altercation as well, so the penalties cancel out. We're still 5-on-4 here for the Sun Devils, as Lindenwood able to block a shot and send it all the way back down the ice. Sun Devils now will break it out. Here's Wilkes over to the far side, Savona. Savona in the end, thought about a shot at the top of the circle, instead plays it to Wilkes. Walking back center, now to Savona. Now down low for Farr, a low angle shot goes off the post. Back to 5-on-5 hockey now as the Lions back to full strength. Yeah, so we have a 2-on-2 battle down low. Finally squirts out Savona, backhanded to the top of the point. A shot by Wilkes is blocked. Now here's Lindenwood. Miller ahead here on the near side. Valencia tries to weave through traffic and unfortunately lost the handle on it. Seltenreich able to cover. As we get a stoppage of play with 9:27 left here in the first period.
You know, you got to feel bad. Sapilla in his senior year, so that's going to be it for him on wearing the Lindenwood jersey. Tough way to go out, taking a penalty like that. At least he got the goal out of it.
A shot saved by Seltenreich. It bounces in the air. Seltenreich will make the save and will hold on with 9:22.
You definitely would love to be able to play every single minute in your last game.
Well, he's still sitting over in the corner there. He hasn't gone to the locker room. He's watching the game from over there. So maybe just a 10-minute misconduct that he's just serving the rest.
Could be right.
Over on that far side.
Gotta hope that's the case. Because you never want to see a guy playing in this last game and not be able to play even throughout the first period here.
Absolutely. Got a media timeout. We want to thank some sponsors for making this whole thing possible. You're watching the ACHA Division II National Championship live from Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the first period, GreatSkate.com, Sherwood Hockey, and Harrow Sports, the official apparel provider of the ACHA. We'd also like to thank the Westchester Visitors Bureau, the Iceline Quad Rinks, App Hammer, and our broadcast partners from the University of Utah. Of course, all 27 games here broadcasted live via YouTube and on demand. Second year in a row we've been able to provide you guys this tournament free of charge.
Sure is a dandy having
it is quite nice, isn't it?
Free tournament. I know plenty times in the past I wanted to watch some of the games. And, you know, a college student, I wasn't going to break the bank to watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
but it's just an opportunity, especially for these teams too. I bet it's been a crucial factor that these games not only are just live, they're also on demand. So these teams can go back, watch game film from their games, watch their opponents as well. Maybe a little scouting for both these teams.
Yeah, and I think it's great for teams that didn't make nationals. And you can watch teams. This is what it takes to get here. This is what the caliber and the effort is like. And if you're not willing to put in that effort throughout the year, you're not going to be here.
Shot from the point is saved by Seltenreich as we're back underway. 2-1 the score. Lindenwood ahead. Thanks to Veslian's goal as we get a high sticking call here. So we'll have a face-off in the ASU end. High sticking on the Sun Devils. We'll have a face-off on that far circle.
Lindenwood with a couple academic All-Americans himself, John Peterson, Andrew Gross, and Zachariah Mitchell.
Over 100 all-academic ACHA honors handed out from the 16 teams here.
You have to have a 3.2 or above. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we congratulate all the all-academic players, at least 3 on each team as well, so it's been across the board.
Hockey players aren't always known to be the brightest, but we've got some pretty bright students out here, and obviously some pretty good players as well.
Some from some very high caliber schools as well. As
I
we
can say that because I used to play.
Down to 8.5 minutes here in the first period. ASU trying to break it out of their own end. They pass up the near side, goes off a stick, back into the Lindenwood end. Back is AJ Gross for the Lindenwood Lions. He'll look to skate it up himself. Floats one to pass, tried to just tap it along, was number 24, Marcus. He ended up turning it over. As a shot is on net to Johansson, he'll hold on. And we get a stoppage play with 8:10 left.
Great start to the game for both of these clubs. But after the penalties, the 4-on-4 right there, it's been all Lindenwood, it seems like, in this game. They've totaled their shots up to 14. And Arizona State struggling to get some offense going in this first period. Now after they got their first goal, they have 8 shots up on the board.
We've seen special teams play a factor in most of these games this weekend, as the Lions were able to build momentum off that first power play. As they look for more here, the pass just a little too far forward. Here on the near side, Peterson only can get it to the blue line before ASU sends it back the other way. Now they'll try the far side. Just tapped along by Marcus. And now it's a foot race the other way as ASU cut that one off. Here's on the far side, a backhand shot by Grosskopf. Is denied by Johansson. Over on that far side, 1 Sun Devil, 3 Lions. As it squirts out to the top of the point, a shot is turned aside by Johansson. Lions trying to break it up the near side now. Ahead is Kubara. Floats it high in the air. ASU bats it down, and we'll get another high sticking call on the Sun Devils.
Arizona coming into this game, into the tournament, pretty decent record. You know, it's got to be tough playing at a school where there is 2 teams, and especially at the same division. You don't normally get that. A lot of times you get a team maybe in D1, D2, D3. Rarely ever do you see 2 teams at that same level. But they have a pretty good record throughout the year. 24 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. 143 goals for, 68 against.
Sun Devils, of course, had to go through the Western Regional Tournament to get to this national tournament. Of course, the ASU Elite team had the overall automatic bid from the West Division. We've seen 2 Utah schools and 2 Arizona schools from the same school.
The same region.
Yeah.
Coming through.
Good to see the program. Of course, the big story in the college hockey realm has been Arizona State's NCAA program, making its way out to the West Coast.
Yep.
Good to see the hockey program continuing to grow down in Tempe. Arizona in control as far, gives it to the far side. Savona has to try and get through 2 lines. He'll just dump it into the corner. Back now in possession are the Lions. Chandler poked away as he gives it up ahead. And unfortunately, Chandler a little too anxious. He's offside. And a stoppage of play with 6:15 left.
It's good to see just different schools sending teams throughout the ACHA at the national level. What I mean here is Lindenwood, a team that sent their men's D1 and D2 team. I think they even sent their women's team. I know Lindenwood Belleville had both their teams there. And it's just you're starting to get that sense like some of these schools are becoming kind of dynasties of sending teams to the national tournament. Lindenwood definitely one of them. Arizona State seems to send a team every single year. Liberty sent 3 teams this year, their Division II and Division III, and their women's team. So it's definitely interesting to get to watch the different nationals, see the teams that continue to get there, and it just shows you the hockey program at that school and obviously how they develop their athletes to be in the best in the nation.
Well, and it goes to show how deep club hockey truly is across the board here in the United States. There are a lot of opportunities for these guys that may not make it to the NCAA or the pros, or the NHL, the ECHL, AHL, that kind of realm. Gives an opportunity to these guys to keep their hockey careers going.
Just living the dream, right?
Absolutely. As we mentioned, a couple of these guys will be living the dream for the final time today.
Yep, sadly, I know what that's all about. It's a tough game.
It's always the hardest one.
It is. There's only a couple teams in the nation that do have all 3 men's teams. And you're starting to see more where you're getting at least 2 teams out of school now because there are so many players.
ASU trying to even the score here as they have it in the zone. They turn it over, though, as it comes up the far side. Vaughn, backhand pass, finds a man as Kyvan looking over that far side. We get a whistle as the net's been dislodged. I think we'll have a face-off in the Lindenwood zone. 3:28 left, or I believe 5:28 left.
Tough to see the clock from here.
There's a lamp right in front of the clock from where we're standing, so it's a little hard to see what the time is. We can see how many seconds are, but we don't know how many minutes. So 5:28 here to go is Lindenwood trying to break it out of their own zone. Chandler a pass up ahead here to the near side. Roberts leaves one behind. Lindenwood unable to keep the zone, though. It's Peterson on that far side. Good check by number 28, Scott Farr. As Lions still in possession, though. Nice passing, but the last pass just off the stick of Roberts. He goes into the corner. Battling ahead, poked forward, though, by Duarte. Lindenwood keeps the zone, only for a moment, though, as Miller couldn't keep it onside. Now here comes Peterson, defenseman weaving through traffic. Dates past one man, has it here on the near side, throws one in front. Roberts try to tap it home. Seltenreich with a good save. Broken stick down there as well. Team's digging after it in front of the ASU bench. It comes back out to Savona, weaving through Lions as we have a whistle behind the play. And again, an altercation between a couple of players. It's Tuber and Gross.
Going to be getting both guys going off for roughing, I do believe, here. So we might get some 4-on-4 hockey once again. You gotta love the resiliency of Arizona State Maroon, though. This is a team that was down big in shots. They've climbed the ladder back. It's 15 to 12 now, the deficit for the shots for Arizona State. But just from watching this team, their team you can never count out of it. Liberty, the first game goes up 3-0, and it looked like this game was just going to get out of hand. Right after that, Arizona scores a goal. The next shift, they score another one. They're right back in. It's a 3-2 hockey, and I believe going into the third period. So a team you really can never count out. They give a full 60-minute effort even when they're down.
So it was just a penalty to Arizona State on that last opportunity as Tuber goes to the box on that altercation. Lindenwood with his second power play of the afternoon. They're 0 for 1 as the Sun Devils were able to clear. Peterson ahead for Lindenwood over the far side, touched along. Passing back and forth, unable to hold on to it was Vesling. He goes up the far side, Allen keeps it in, or Valencia, excuse me. Now to Allen, near side now Peterson. Peterson will leave it. Valencia will tap into the corner where Arnaz will pick it up. So back to Valencia, now top of the point Peterson. Thought about a shot, gives it back to Valencia, across the ice to Allen. Allen holds, Peterson a one-time shot that's blocked by the Sun Devils. McGowan, the goal scorer, gets a huge critical block for the Sun Devils on that power play. Linden will try once more. Here's Allen holds. Sends one in front. Here's Vesling, a try. Selkin try is scored as it'll be Arnaz that taps it home. And Lindenwood a power play goal. They're up 3-1.
That's what it takes to win at Nationals. A lot of times it's the ugly, gritty goals, and this thing is just absolutely filthy. Lindenwood Lions, they take it to the net. Goaltender makes the first save, and they keep banging away at it. A resilient bunch right there, and the puck squirts free. And just like that, we have a 3-1 hockey game. I believe Vesling gets an assist on the play. So 2 points on the afternoon for him.
So Lindenwood able to capitalize on their second power play. They're 1 for 2 now as they now have a 2-goal cushion here in the first. Savona try to pass here to the near side for Tuber. It was off his stick to the boards. Now here come the Lions once again. Weaving through traffic. Good poke check from ASU. As another try is sent in front. That one by Nitching. As ASU will send it back into the Lindenwood zone. Chandler to the far side, through traffic, takes a deflection off an ASU skate, no icing. Down low is Mitchell, able to rub off one of the Sun Devils that was applying pressure. Backhanded pass cut off by Savona. He taps one along, looking for Godfrey, but got off by Lindenwood. They'll try again to the far side, just tapped along by Bowden. 2 1/4 left here in this first period. 3-1 your score. Lindenwood with 3 goals to start this final day of pool play. We've got 4 games going on. We'll have 4 more later this afternoon as here come the Lions with a shot. A good save from Seltenreich. As number 25, Brandon Kuhn, his first shot of the game.
They continue to just fire pucks on net. That's the story for Lindenwood right now. 17 shots on the board, and they know Arizona State. They are a defensive team, but they do give up a lot of shots, and especially from the perimeter. They're going to just keep firing shots, try and go for low rebounds.
As we get a shot that's deflected out of play. For those who were familiar with the tournament last year, Seltenreich was a member of the ASU Elite Squad that made it to the semifinals.
Wow.
Was the starting goaltender for the ASU elite team. Now mans the pipes for the Maroon squad.
I guess the pads went pretty well with them.
I think so.
Wasn't too bad.
Kind of hard, kind of convenient to switch teams within your own school.
Yeah, seriously.
1:54 left as that puck went out back into the ASU bench. As the Lions win the draw, Peterson through traffic. Seltenreich makes a save. It's loose, but the referee, a quick whistle. Lost sight of the puck. We'll have another face-off.
Well on their way to putting up over 40 shots in this one. Lindenwood, 18 shots in the game. And as I said, Arizona State, they gave up 49 shots yesterday. They gave up into the high 40s against the Liberty Flames. And obviously they'd like to maybe do a better job of blocking the puck, but just too much puck possession in their own end, having some struggles getting it out.
Lions controlling the pace here right now as they have it in the zone. Net looks like it's dislodged, and we'll have a face-off once again here with 1:34 left. So Lions upping the pressure here late in the first period, trying to add another one here. They lead by 2. As Brandon mentioned, they lead in the shot count 18-12. Pass comes in front. Cleared away by the Sun Devils. Nice pass ahead. Finds Birdsall as he floats one into the Lindenwood end. Goes back after it. Peterson the first one there. Puck takes a deflection off the referee out to the Lions. The pass cut off by Birdsall. He tries to extend it all the way in, but lifted a little too high, causing a stir from some of the fans over on the far side.
Sometimes you don't remember the nettings right there. That was rifled right at him. Life flashes before the eyes.
Of course, the netting all around this rink 4 here at the Iceline Complex. Up here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, just outside the city of Philadelphia. As the Lions able to send it into the zone here on the near side. Pass from Valencia, pinballs around. Now the Sun Devils have a 3-on-2. Savona just getting enough of him was number 4, Allen. As he looked to try and go in on the line tender. And as we get an icing call on Lindenwood, ASU with something they haven't had in a while, an offensive draw.
And that all happens because of the big hit right there. That's how you get yourself back in a hockey game a lot of time. How do you get momentum on the bench? Either a big save by the goaltender or a nice hit by one of your forwards right there, and maybe that'll give them some momentum.
Shot almost took a redirection past Johansson as Savona passes one ahead across the ice for Tuber. Couldn't find the puck though. Down low, Savona will ring it around the boards to Farr on the far side. Farr comes to the slot, lost the handle on it though, turns it over back to Lindenwood. Nice back check though. Able to regain control as he still battles over on that far side with Miller. ASU onside as they bring it back in. Now a shot from Savona is turned aside by Johansson. Down to the final 15 seconds here. ASU trying to get one back before the period ends. Savona down low to Tuber, a shot, saved Johansson. Still in the slot, over here to the near side. Final 3 seconds. They'll have to pull off a shot here if they want to score, or they won't get it in time. And it's good offensive pressure from the Sun Devils to cap off an exciting first period here between Lindenwood and Arizona State Maroon. 3-1 your score, the Lions ahead after 20 minutes.
It all seemed like Arizona couldn't get that puck out, and all of a sudden a big hit. They get the offensive zone face-off, and they get a whole bunch of shots because of it.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll step aside for an intermission, about 15-minute break here for everyone. After 20 minutes, the Lindenwood Lions a 3-1 leader over the Arizona State Maroon Sun Devils. You're watching the 2016 ACHA Division II National Championships here from Westchester, Pennsylvania. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second period. All right, hockey fans, welcome back to Westchester, Pennsylvania as we get ready to go for our second period of the afternoon between Arizona State Maroon and Lindenwood. The Lions with a 3-1 lead through the first 20 minutes of play. Matt Coma, Bratton Coburn here with the call here on Rink 4 of the Westchester Complex, the Ice Line Quad Rinks as it's called.
Got some crazy games going on around these 4 rinks. Probably the biggest one is Miami, Ohio, against Boston right now, and that's deadlocked at 1. People are going nuts over there.
Oh, it's a very loud and hostile environment over there on Rink 1. Other scores to report from after the first period. You have Michigan State ahead of Keene State by a score of 4-2, and you have Penn State ahead of Utah State 1-0. That game with implications for Utah State. They need a win and some help.
Interestingly enough, one team, Utah State, can go through. Penn State cannot, yet they are the team that's up. Right on the line.
Utah State needs a win and a NYU win over Grand Valley State later this afternoon in order to have a shot at getting into the semifinals. It's the final day of pool plays. We're ready to start our second period. Team switch ends. Arizona State in the black uniforms will move left to right. Lindenwood in the white uniforms right to left. No penalties carry over into the second period as we're back underway for period number 2.
First time in the tournament, Lindenwood getting to wear their white sweaters.
As a 3 seed, they were the away team the previous 2 days. Arizona State is the 4 team. They've been wearing dark the whole weekend. As Lindenwood is offside here on the near side. That was number 26, Alex Griffith, that was offside. And again, just 22 seconds in, we've got another altercation.
This is something we've seen throughout the day, and you got to like the banter going throughout these 2 teams.
And penalties upcoming. No, excuse me, it'll be just an outside face-off due to that offside call.
Bowden has been in the mix a couple of times right there as the offside call ends up smacking the puck away from the Lindenwood Lions.
Over on the far side, sending it in. It's Gross over to the near side. Now a 3-on-2 battle. 3 Sun Devils, 2 Lions. Getting out with it is Arnett as he sends one in front. It was just denied. 2 hacks on that far side were denied by Selton. Reich Vesling looking for his second. Now Arnez tried to go for Vesling, was stolen away by the Sun Devils. Near side, ASU just trying to dig it out. They had a good last shift in that first period. Almost were able to steal a goal back from the Lions. As Lindenwood controlled that period for the most part, though, they led 18-15 on the shot count.
Yeah, the momentum sure hasn't carried over in this one. The last shift, like you said there, for ASU was dominant, and now it's Lindenwood in the same zone, dominant on ASU so far.
Here's Jake Savona weaving through as he comes in front. A shot is saved by Joe Hansen.
Almost making me eat my words. What moves there by Savona.
He's been the catalyst of the offense for ASU all weekend long. As Wilkes coughs the puck up on the far side. Peterson battling on that far boards with Harkis as he's able to clear it ahead. Unfortunately, Valencia unable to push it any further as we get an offside call on Arizona State.
Other than the one shot there, Lindenwood with a great start to this period. And like you said, Savona, he's doing the magic man there for ASU. Whether it's creating offense or putting points up on the board, number 14 there for Arizona State. He's the guy to go to.
Sticking was the call on, it was a penalty on the Sun Devils. That was the reason for the whistle. As Lindenwood goes again on the power play here, it was number 23, John Godfrey, that went to the box for ASU. Lindenwood 1 for 2 on the power play. And they're now 2 for 3 as Vesling gets his second goal of the game. Another power play goal, 4-1 Lindenwood.
Leading goal scorer on the team for a reason. He's got his second of the game. He had 14 throughout the regular season. And it's a backdoor bandit type play right there. LU sets it up real nice. And it's an easy cross-ice pass. The goaltender probably to get a stick on that one. But somebody's got to pick up the top goal scorer, Vesling, there for Lindenwood Lions. As he's backdoor, he's going to put that one in every single time.
Took Lindenwood all of 14 seconds to score on that power play as the Lions now extend their lead to 3. It's Vesling's second of the game. As Lindenwood in business here early in the second period. Johansson will leave it behind as it's sent up the far side by Allen. Gathered by Kuhn. He'll bring it out himself. Being pressured here on the near side by Birdsall. He's forced to just backhand it in. Over on the far side is Bowden. Tied up on that far side with Mitchell. Now it's a 2-on-2 battle. Team's digging after it. As it comes out to ASU, run hard around the boards. Birdsall can't get to it in time. It goes off the stick of Allen towards the center of the ice. And ASU able to push it forward. Here's Birdsall. Birdsall holds behind the net. Stolen away, though, by the Lions. Polite near side. Gets it back. He'll try the far side. Has time to skate it now. As Polite will just tap it along. Here's Kuhn. Fires a shot. Seltenreich steers it aside. As we're just over 3 minutes gone here in the second period. Lindenwood, an early power play goal, has made it 4-1. Sun Devils in control. Savona tips it out off the netting and out of play. We'll get a stoppage play with 16:39 left.
Lions here coming out quickly. They draw the penalty for Arizona State. We talked about this. This is something that they cannot afford to do. Continually go to the box. They have too often today. And you take away those penalties, this is a 2-1 hockey game.
2 power play goals for Lindenwood, as Brandon mentioned. As ASU just having a tough time building momentum with the penalties. As the Lions have done a good job offensively so far here today. Savona trying to bring it up himself. He's been one of the catalysts for ASU so far this afternoon. McGowan has the goal for ASU, though. As here on the near side, Duarte floats it high in the air back to center ice. Getting a stick on it is number 6, Sean Mott, but he was unable to hold on to it. Went all the way back down the ice. Puck back in Lindenwood's possession over the far side off the stick of Kubaro. Back to ASU. Velasco on the far side chips it high off the glass. Back out to center ice. Savona will chase after it. He's onside as he battles on that far side. Holds on. Savona looking for someone in front. Had a man for a moment. It's now down to Kyvan. Grosskopf was tied up as the pass in front corralled by Lindenwood. Now here's the Lions 2-on-2. Marcus far side. Good play by Wilkes. Denies that opportunity. As the pass in front just wide of Peterson's stick. Or now Peterson has it. He gives it over to the near side. A shot from the point. Just wide. A.J. Gross with the opportunity. Puck back out to neutral ice. Gross will give it to Peterson. Peterson over the far side. Floated one along. Now Valencia. Poked away from top of the slot. It's loose. Poked back out to center ice. Peterson, his pass was denied by Birdsall and comes back to the Lindenwood blue line. Now another pass. Valencia just trying to tap it along. Trying to leave it for Miller. Or excuse me, for number 16, Roberts. And now Roberts has it. He blows a tire at his own blue line. That breaks a 2-on-1 for ASU. Walking in as a shot and looking behind him to see if he had it. Johansson able to keep it out.
I don't know how Johansson was able to hold on to that one. Shot hits him just underneath the blocker, I think right in between the arm and the shoulder. And it looked like that one was going to slip behind him as he's taking a look behind him. However, he hangs on to keep that one out. You blow tire at the line, you give a 2-on-1 up. All of a sudden becomes a 4-2 hockey game, and you're right back in it.
That was McGowan with the opportunity. He was looking for his second of the game. As Lindenwood sends it all the way back towards the ASU, and it's been down there for quite some time. As here's Vesely looking for the hat trick, just went wide. ASU in control, floated high in the air, but off the netting once again. And it'll be a face-off in the ASU end with 14:04 to go.
And that's what you get for rink 4.
Not a lot of space here.
You take a look at the glass on the other end there. That's the shortest glass I've ever seen along the boards. Usually it's at least as high as it is around the nets the whole way around.
The low angle shot here on the near side was denied. Seltenreich with another save on that shot attempt as Savona gives it to far on He'll bring it in. 3-on-3 back in. Here's Farr. Looks for a man in front at Tuber, but poked away by Johansson. Top of the point, stolen away, but kept in the zone by Farr. ASU with a good opportunity here. Puck goes off the stick of Tuber to the top of the point. A drive is saved by Johansson out of play with 13:27 left.
Had the opportunity to call Nationals a couple years ago, and we were down at Florida Gulf Coast, and they had the shortest glass. It was about this short along the other end that you see how it is so short, and it would go into about the corners. And I was calling it down there with one of the guys, and we had stoppages of play. It seemed like every couple of minutes the puck was just going over the glass.
That's what happens with these short glasses. A lot of these players skilled enough to try and go off the top of the glass and out, try to avoid those icing calls.
A lot of the rinks they play in back home or where they practice, you have a lot more room to bank it off the glass, and you come here and you're not used to the short glass.
ASU unable to keep that onside, as that was Tyler Harkis on the far side trying to keep it onside, could not. Another stoppage here with 13:08. You're watching a little Pool B action here on day 3 at Nationals. ASU Maroon and Lindenwood. Both these teams 0-2. It's a consolation game. As referee having some words with Vessling on the Lindenwood bench.
The Lindenwood bench not very happy. I'm not sure what they are complaining about, but the head official heads over there and says, "That's enough for me, guys."
Points the finger and all over on that far side as the captain had some words from the official. A shot on the far side by Thad Asa was just a little too high. Now Lindenwood 2-on-2 the other way. Ahead is Nitching. He'll leave it for a shot. It's blocked in front. Kuhn with the opportunity. As we get a stoppage of play for a slushing call.
Arizona State heading back to the box.
So the goalie gets the penalty. It's Seltenreich's slashing call.
I believe he didn't like the initial whacking out of the air motion, and he decided to go after the forward there for the Lions. One of the teams that's been most penalized during the regular season was Lindenwood, actually. Looking at some of their stats, they had a lot of guys with over 30, close to 40 penalty minutes. And in this game, that's not showing at all, because it is Arizona State, the team who wasn't generally that penalized throughout the year, going to the box more often.
So the rare goaltending penalty is to number 1 Ryan Seltenreich. It's 2 minutes for slashing. Taking his spot in the box is John Godfrey. As Lindenwood goes to work again on the power play. They're 2 for 3 today. As the puck takes a deflection up out of play over the taller glass, back behind the net. 1:42 left in the power play. 12:19 left here in the second period. Still 4-1.
Lindenwood doing a great job of moving the puck around. They go up to the top of the umbrella. They move it back down in the corner, and right there's another prime example of just getting time and space to try and make a move on the goaltender to add to the lead here.
ASU, nice job, able to clear it all the way down the ice. Johansson will come back out. He'll corral it, set up the power play breakout for the Lions. 1:25 left to work with here on this power play. Peterson, top of the near side for Allen, goes across the ice, finds his man in Vessling. Looks for the center pass for Arnez, but a little too far forward. Now it comes back to Allen. Winds up, instead leaves it for Vessling here on the near side. He throws one in front, denied by ASU, only to the top of the point where Peterson shoots. Saves Seltenreich's second attempt, score. That's Arnez, his second of the game, and it's a 5-1 lead for Lindenwood. Their third power play goal of the afternoon.
Arnez takes the shot. He gets the rebound right back on his stick, and he's not going to make any mistake of that one, as this is a guy who also had 14 goals throughout the regular season, 8 assists. So he knows how to put the puck in the back of the net, and we are going to have a goalie change now for Arizona State, as this is the first time they've allowed 5 goals this early at the national championship, as they played Liberty a lot tighter. They lost 4-2, as well as the loss yesterday to
a 5-1 loss to William Patterson yesterday. So Ryan Seltenreich's day is done. 5 goals on 25 shots. He'll finish with 20 saves. As Matt Inglis will now get the nod in between the pipes for ASU the rest of the way here. ASU did dress 3 goaltenders. We should mention that. As also Robert Labonte is over on the ASU bench should the coaches for ASU need him.
You really can't blame your goaltender in this game. Like we've been saying, the penalties have been killing you. 3 power play goals. It should be a 2-1 hockey game.
There's another pass in front, looking for Roberts. He got a piece of it, just couldn't steer it on frame as ASU sends it all the way down. The referees wave it off. As the Sun Devils in the middle of a change. Peterson looking for the home run pass. It takes a deflection. No icing the other way. Valencia's pass, not a lot on it as ASU was able to easily cut it off. Now touch passes along. Here comes Kyvan. Kyvan into the zone, looks to come behind the net. A lot of traffic in front as it pinballs around a couple skates. Finally settled down by the Lions. Now a 2-on-1. Over on the far side is Roberts walking in a shot, getting on a piece of the crossbar and out of play.
Ring the bell right off of the crossbar right there. That's another good scoring chance. It's been all Lions here in this second period. 25 shots on the board. They have 5 goals to show for it.
Lindenwood, the shots being fairly even though, 25-19, only a 6-shot difference between the two squads. As Lindenwood goes to work again. Here's Mott. Over the near side. Kabara holds top of the circle, plays it down low. Now top of the point, Mott. Over the near side. Stolen away by ASU. They'll ice the puck. No, touched by Mott, so no icing. That's the 3rd straight time it's taking a deflection down the ice. And is able to sidestep a man for Lindenwood. Kabara sends one into the near corner. Cleared up the boards by ASU. Cut off, though, by Johnson. As it comes out into the slot, it's gathered by Anderson. Into the red line, sending it in. Johansson back for Lindenwood. Rings it up the near boards. Pressing forward, though, is Harkis. Able to keep it in for ASU, but only for a moment. As the Lions break it out again. Here's Kabara. Has a man on the far side, but blew a tire. As it comes back behind the net. Now a pass here to the near side for ACHA. Stolen back away. Now going through checks is Mitchell, still holding on to that puck. Finally, Wilkes will steal it away. Chip it off the boards, and the referee's hand wasn't up. He had his whistle ready to go, and we get an icing call on Arizona State on a little confusion of a play.
Yeah, I think he was yelling it, but he didn't have the arm up there. Good job of just trying to keep that puck in. No one goes offside, and then Arizona State ends up icing the puck, so you're going to have a face-off in the offensive zone.
So Lindenwood benefits from that one as they win the draw across the ice. Here to Allen, who fires a wrist shot deflected back behind. Inglis forced to cover that one as it comes in front. And we're going to whistle with 8:51 left to go, and it's time for a media timeout. Here halfway through the second period, 5-1 the score with Lindenwood in front. We want to thank everybody for watching the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament. Live from Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Our second period sponsors that we'd like to thank are Gog Show Hockey, Warrior Hockey, and Howie's Hockey Tape, the official tape provider of the ACHA. We'd also like to thank the Westchester Visitors Bureau, the Iceline Quadranks, App Hammer, and our broadcast partners from the University of Utah. So halfway through the final game for both these squads, Lindenwood comfortably ahead by 4. 5-1 score. If you're joining us late, 3 power play goals have really been the difference for Lindenwood. They're 3 for 4 with the extra attacker, and that's really been the difference.
Yeah, and you take a look at the shots right now. 25 there for Lindenwood, 19 for Arizona State, which is pretty good considering they have been in the box way too often in this hockey game. If they can stay out of the box, this would... You take those 3 power play goals away. It's a 2-1 game, but you never know. You're not killing penalties off. You might get some momentum. It could be a completely different game. Unfortunately, just not the most disciplined game here for Arizona State. Playing in their last game at the tournament, and they end up going to the box more often than they had in the previous 2, which has been the real problem. Lindenwood, you got to give them credit, though. Working on the man advantage, they've been extremely potent. They got 3 goals on 4 attempts.
As we're ready to restart play here with 8:51 to go. Just waiting for Johansson to get back in his crease. As Lindenwood with a shot off the draw, it's blocked. Savona will bring it ahead himself. Up ahead had Tuber, but again off his stick. Tuber has been very close on some of these chances for Arizona State. Just hasn't been able to corral any passes. So he'll try again. Tuber gets this one as he rips the shot. And it's gloved down by Johansson. Mason Tuber, one of the top scorers as well as Savona for this ASU squad.
Yeah, he was a guy I definitely took notice of. When he played against the Liberty Flames, he was all over the ice, creating a lot of offense. And he's done the same out here. Just hasn't been able to find the back of the cage, but he does have a pretty good release. So keep an eye on him for Arizona State.
He has an assist on all 3 of Arizona State's goals heading into today's contest, as we had a Sun Devil drag down. Both referees keep their hands down. As here come the Lions up the far side. Tapped along, now niching. Held up by Wilkes as ASU back in possession. Here on the near side, Josh Morgan weaving through the neutral zone. Brings it into the offensive zone, stops at the half boards. Floats one across to Tuber again, just hops over his stick. Tuber, good offensive play, able to keep that puck in. As it far, will play it to Savona. Trying to send one in front. Good defensive play from Johnson to deny that opportunity. As Johnson will go high. Off the glass, glove down by the Lions as number 25, Kuhn, will send it in. Team settling down here with 7.5 to go. Wilkes looking for someone to pass to. Floats one high through the middle of the ice. Referee says no icing. Yeah, it's a good hit on the far near side here behind the net by ASU. That was number 27, McGowan. As Lindenwood, nice touch pass, breaks him out. Now a chance on here on the near side. Looks for the back door for Gross. Couldn't find him though. 2-on-1 between Gross and Arnaz. As now it comes back to Arnaz. Now to Gross. He'll shoot. Vesseling with the chance. Now it comes to the top of the point. Peterson turns it over. It's ASU able to get it back out to neutral ice. Almost an opportunity for a non-man rush. Lindenwood quickly back the other way. Sipola shot. Inglis just gets enough of it to hold on. And a stoppage of play here with 6:40 to go.
Good to see Sipola back out on the ice. As we saw early in the hockey game, he ends up going over the dressing room. We were not sure if he got kicked out or if he was just getting the 10-minute. It looks like he did just get the 10.
Yeah, he just get the 10-minute, yes. It was a little heated after that altercation in the first period. Both players received the 2 and 10s. Or excuse me, just Sipola received the 2 and 10. As Arizona State 3-on-3, they'll float it into the far corner. One-on-one battle as a member of each team ran into each other down low. Now on the far side, a turnover from ASU brings it back to Lindenwood. Mott up the near side, Valencia. We'll give it back to Mott. Back to Valencia near side. He floats one across looking for Miller, couldn't find him. His pass up the near boards. Just tapped along by Savona, no icing. Under 6 minutes to go here in the period. 5-1 your score. The Lindenwood Lions with 2 power play goals here in the second period to extend their lead to 4, excuse me. ASU trying to get back on the board. They answered the first Lindenwood goal very quickly, about a minute and a half later. Unfortunately, they haven't found the back of the net since. Savona looking to change that as he fires a backhand down low. Farr had the open net to shoot it on the near side, but he missed it. Tuber with another chance as he goes off the side of the net. Takes the net off as we get a stoppage of play. A great opportunity for the Sun Devils to get one back there.
Definitely looked like they were going to get their second goal of the hockey game. Not to be, though. And we do have a scoring update from the Penn State game. 4-1 Penn State with 4 minutes left in the second, playing off against Utah State, a team desperately needing a win. Of course, Penn State eliminated from the tournament as they lost their first 2 games, and Utah State well in contention. They cannot afford to lose this one.
Top of the point, a drive from the top from Wilkes. Went just wide of the cage. ASU able to keep it in though. Here's Scott Farr, top of the slot, a shot, took a deflection wide. Almost looked like it had eyes for that far corner. As Tuber brings it towards the center of the slot. Holds on that far side, comes in front, a shot. Johansson sprawling down at the bottom of the slot was Tuber. Unable to tap it home though. Now Savona in the corner. ASU with a great shift here. Trying to come out, he gets dragged down, who won't get the call. As Lindenwood now 3-on-2. Left behind. Chandler forced to just play it in the corner. Miller now holds top of the circle, floats a backhand, denied by Savona. Lindenwood able to keep it onside. Chandler over the far side hits the back of his teammate, and we get a penalty upcoming on
Arizona State. Going to be going off for a tripping call, and that gate is well oiled today because it has been getting a lot of work.
This is the 5th power play for Lindenwood as a tripping call goes to Jake Savona. And the Lindenwood Lions have had a deadly power play so far this afternoon. They'll get another crack here with 4:13 to go.
Savona, the top point getter there, going to be going to the box for 2 or less, and Lindenwood with a chance to extend the lead now to 6-1.
Lions set up the power play as Peterson will fire a shot, turned aside, but a good save from Inglis as that popped up in front, able to catch it with the glove and earn another faceoff.
Shots only different by 4 now as Lindenwood has 27. ASU with 23, which is pretty impressive considering all the time they have spent in the box in this hockey game.
Shots fairly even, but not on the scoreboard though, as the Lions looking to strike again. Near side Allen. Top of the point, Peterson. Holding as he thinks about a shot, instead gives it down low to Vessling. He's gotten 2 already, looking for his hat trick as he shoots. Inglis with the save, rebound, rings off the crossbar. ASU with time to skate it out now as McGowan has the lone goal for ASU. He'll just dump and he'll make a change. So almost that backdoor goal that we saw a couple times already from Lindenwood almost struck again. Sarnez just rang it off the crossbar. Now Vessling from the slot, blocking it in front for the Sun Devils. Now another try is blocked as well, and ASU will be able to clear. Tyler Harkis with a great block in front.
That's what it's all about, laying the body down, especially when it matters most. You're down by 5-1, but you're still willing to block a shot. That's a lot of heart right there for ASU.
Under 45 seconds to go on the power play. Lindenwood controls the zone. It comes to the near side. Valencia, while able to walk in, looks for the short side. Inglis with the save. As Peterson able to keep it in, quickly plays it over the far side, but a turnover, and ASU able to kill more precious time on this power play.
Inglis with a tremendous save right there, point blank in the slot, and it looks like they're 18 seconds away from killing off this penalty. As sometimes your best PK guy's got to be your goalie. He has been on this opportunity.
Inglis a perfect 4 for 4 so far as Lindenwood will try one more time here on the power play. Only 3 seconds remaining in it. As Chandler has to settle a puck, he'll play it over the near side. Miller back playing catch with Chandler. We're back to 5-on-5 as they send one in front off of the skate, still loose in the slot. Now on top of the point, Chandler floats one towards the front of the net. Inglis with a save. Now Valencia has it. Under 2 minutes to go here in the period. That far side, holding on to it is Mitchell. ASU able to steal it away, get it back out to center ice. We'll race after it. Gross has it for Lindenwood, pressured by Birdsall. He's able to tie up the defender. ASU trying to keep it in, but it takes a deflection off the skate back to center ice. Birdsall with a hit. Couple bodies collide at center ice and just tapped all the way down by Morgan. 80 seconds left here in the second period. ASU again looking for a late strike here before the period ends. Building momentum after killing off that power play. It's Lindenwood ahead here on the near side. Kabara goes after it. He'll try to bank it off Inglis. He was able to turn that one aside. We're down to the final minute. Wilkes looking for the home run pass. He gets to center ice before Lindenwood brings it back in, but too early as they're offside with 50.3 here on the clock. Again, it's hard to see how much time's left.
Doing a pretty good job with the clock there. It's no easy task.
Yeah, for the people standing at home, our clock is not connected, as you can probably tell, to the score clock. We do have to manually run it up here.
You're right on with this thing.
Lots of practice.
No easy task trying to talk and somewhat sound smart while manning a clock.
Here's Farr on the far side. Now leaves it for Tuber, weaving through, looking for something in front, poked away though. So it comes to Farr. Had to hold his progress as he goes for a check. Now on the far side, down to 20 seconds here. As Tuber will just chip it up. Able to keep it in with Allen. He gets tripped up, and that'll be another penalty coming to the Sun Devils here in the final 10 seconds. As the ASU will touch up with 4.8 to go. And ASU will go again on the penalty kill. This will be their 6th penalty, or be Lindenwood's 6th power play of the game. It's going to be to Mason Tuber. As Lindenwood will have just 4 seconds to try and score here. They'll take most likely this power play into the 3rd. Lindenwood 3 for 5 on the man advantage this afternoon. As it comes to the top of the point, Peterson over the far side. They got to get a shot off in a hurry. They do, as Inglis makes the save. And that'll do it for the second period. The Lindenwood Lions extend their lead to 4 with a pair of power play goals, 5-1 over the Arizona State Maroon Sun Devils here on the final day of pool play here at Nationals. Brandon has gone downstairs. We'll see if we can chat with the Lindenwood coaches before they leave to head back to the locker rooms. As Brandon's standing by downstairs with the head coach for Lindenwood.
Thanks, Matt. I'm joined by the head coach of the Lindenwood Lions. Coming into the game, 2 goals for in the tournament. What's been the difference today?
Oh, I think there's a little more room out there than I'd expected, and guys are taking advantage of it for sure. A couple penalties there. Took advantage of the power play, so definitely that's a difference so far today.
Now you have, 3 or 4 goals on the power play. What's been the key to the success by adding goals with the man advantage so far in this hockey game?
Oh, they're moving the puck. I mean, they're definitely not forcing passes, and we got a good screen in front, and Arizona State was biting on it, and that seam pass opened up a couple times, which opened up a couple back doors. So, yeah, they're moving it good today.
Definitely well done, and obviously good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Up to you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. We appreciate that. As the Lindenwood Lions lead the ASU Maroon Sun Devils 5-1 after the second period. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have your third and final period as these two teams wrap up their trips here at Nationals with one final period. ASU trailing Lindenwood 5-1 after 2. You're watching the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here live from Westchester, Pennsylvania. All right, sorry about that, folks. We had a couple of technical difficulties up here as we get a penalty on Arizona State. They were able to kill off that penalty that they had at the end of the second period. As we're back for the third period, but they're going to head right to the box again. It's number 26 for the Sun Devils.
The good thing is you didn't miss anything.
We didn't, yeah. No, you didn't miss anything.
And
there were no shots.
And you're going to get a power play here for Lindenwood once again. So if you missed the last power play, you're going to get it right back here as Arizona State going back to the box once more.
Marcus Velasco goes to the box, 2 minutes for slashing with 17:25 left here in the third period. The Lions, after not successfully scoring on that last power play, after going 3 for 4, they're now 3 for 6. Missing on their last 2 ones. Now here's an opportunity for Savona, shorthanded as he walks in and shoots it just wide. Great opportunity for a shorthanded goal for Arizona State. Fortunately, it goes by the wayside. The Lions now will advance it ahead. Here comes Nitching. Behind the net for Lindenwood. Stolen away, though, by the Sun Devils, only to the corner, though. So it comes to the top of the point. Gross now has it. He'll give it over to the far side. Nitching comes behind the net. Tried to leave it for Mitchell. Couldn't do so. Mitchell races after it, able to get it back. Top of the circle. Comes to the slot. A wrist shot through traffic is blocked. Only in the slot. Now gathered it back by the Lions. Over to the far side. A shot, score! Another power play goal for the Lions. Brandon Kuhn adds his name to the score sheet. It's now 6-1.
Kuhn with 1 goal, 1 assist on the season. 2 points comes into this one. And now he's got his 3rd point as he lets a laser beam go there from the top of the circle. It's a wrist shot over the goaltender's glove. And 6-1, now the deficit for Arizona State.
So 6-1, the 4th power play goal of the game for Lindenwood. Here with 16:25 to go. As the Lions off to victory here. We'll see if Arizona State can get a couple of goals. As ISU upping the pressure here on the near side, tapped along. Now Lindenwood up the near side, gathered by number 21 for the Lindenwood Lions. That's Kyle Vesling. Back to center ice, just tapped back down by Arizona State. As we have sticks flying all over the place in the neutral zone. Lindenwood now with time to skate it ahead. Over on the far side, Allen walking through, shot, and Inglis got a piece of it. And he holds on with 15:31 left to go here in our here in the third period. 6-1 the score, an early power play goal for the Lions.
You gotta like the move there. David Allen coming in. He's a defenseman, but he moves so smoothly. Looks like he's gonna take the shot. The defenseman tenses up, and he's able to walk around him and get a nice shot on the goaltender. It's off the glove and up into the netting.
Almost a great chance for number 7 for the Lindenwood Lions. Valencia had an opportunity at the empty net. He just pushed it wide. Now he holds here on the near side. Plays down low. Loosen the feet of the Sun Devils. Valencia couldn't hold on to it. It's rung up the near side boards. Kept in by Lindenwood. Over here on the near side. Down low now. Valencia able to tap it along for Roberts. Sends one in front, cut off by ASU. Still in the zone though as Gross taps one to the corner. Waiting patiently is Miller. That's stolen away though. Now here comes Arizona State. Grant Grosskopf. He'll fire one on net to Johansson. Holds on with 14:42 to go. Here in the third period, we have a score update. Our first overtime game of the weekend. Boston and Miami going to overtime, tied at 4.
That is a wild one over there. It's in rink 1, which houses the best seating probably in the building.
That's the reason why we were late too.
And it is an absolutely crazy game. Boston scoring late there in the third to tie it up. And the winner of that game could eventually go through. It's weird how that pool works out. Everybody with a win. So it's It's going to come down to the tiebreaker either way, head-to-head.
Yeah, one team or everybody needs a win and help in that pool, as everybody's essentially beating everyone else. It's a vicious circle if you really think about it. As ASU moves forward. Over on the far side, McGowan comes behind the net, tries the wraparound attempt. Johansson said no. Lions trying to break it out. They just get past the sticks of Arizona State's defense. Good play by Bowden to keep control of it as he gets tangled up with Chandler. As now here's a 2-on-1. Savona with Farr for ASU. Savona to Farr, a great save from Johansson. Able to tie that puck up.
What an absolute incredible stop right there. Post to post. Savona to Farr, a nice setup on the 2-on-1, and the goaltender keeps it out. Not today. 6-1 remains the score. We have another crazy game going on right next to us as it's Michigan State against Keene State. Michigan State at the break there when we went to intermission, it was 7-3. Now 7-6 in that game for Michigan State.
Update on ring 2 as Savona tries again. The good and pant save from Johansson denies that opportunity. As the Lindenwood Lions come the other way, a turnover as a good defensive play by Morgan, able to deny that opportunity for Lindenwood. That was number 26 for the Lions that had an opportunity, Alex Griffith. As he's out there now at the puck, Griffith will shoot. Inglis again gets a piece of it. Holds on with 13:05 to go.
It was like deja vu for the Lions. They cut across the line. They get to the top of the circle, and it's a shot. The same shot we've seen go in the back of the net, as well as the goaltender get a save. That went off the blocking shoulder and up into the net. We saw that a couple times already as the Lions, they seem to want to go glove side on it right now.
Inglis has just given up the one goal so far. He took the place of Seltenreich in the second period. He's given up one goal on 11 shots. As ASU now with a 3-on-2 over the far side. McGowan passed just a little too far for him as he races back after it. Down there as well as Harkis as it goes high in the air off the rafters. On a play, 12:45 now remaining here in this game. We gave you the updates on two of the rinks. The other rink, Penn State, a 4-1 leader over Utah State through two periods. Penn State looking for their first win of the weekend. Utah State trying to stay relevant in the playoff race here.
Yeah, Utah State wins that game. They have a decent chance to go through pool play, but right now things not looking good for Utah State.
Penn State trying to play spoiler as up on the far side comes Mitchell as he tries to send one in front. It was denied by ASU. Now teams tying each other up, gathering it out as Duarte. Tries to do a spin move down low, passes it ahead with his hand, but it's right to Peterson, who fires a shot. Harkis with again, another big block in the slot. Able to force that puck back out to center ice. On that far side, Kuhn overskated it. And Lindenwood able to regain composure, sending it right back in. 12 minutes to go here in this one. As ASU comes 3-on-4. Weaving through is Vaughn. Looks for a shot, it's denied here on the near side. A backhand pass is cut off as well, this time by Arnez. Taps it along for Sipola. Sipola with a goal already, looks for a second one with a shot that just went wide. As Arnez, his pass comes to the center of the slot. No one there for Lindenwood, but to the top of the point, Allen able to float a shot wide of the cage. Turnover now back down low. Sipola with a shot that just rung high. Lindenwood with a couple good opportunities in the slot here on this shift as Allen floats one back down for Arnez. Arnez looks for Vesling. He stumbled as he tried to fire that shot. Now Kyvan with control. He tried to backhand it. Gross got a piece of it. ASU good defensive play from Matt Davis, able to clear that out of the zone. Lindenwood immediately right back in though. Here's A.J. Gross. The defenseman had an opportunity but couldn't hold on to the puck. Now Allen fans on the one-timer. Breaks out ASU. Over the far side. Tuber's got a step. He comes in front. Poke check from Johansson. Denies the chance. Now on top of the point. Here's an opportunity. Another great save from Johansson.
Savona in front, the leading point scorer. I thought he was for sure going to put the second on the board there for ASU as he was denied.
Sean Wilkes now, ASU with a couple of great chances, but a turnover. Here's Valencia as a man trailing. A shot from Roberts is wide. And in front, Inglis, he can't control. It goes through his feet, and it's a tap-in goal for Mitch Miller, his first goal of the weekend. And now the lead is 7-1 in favor of the Lions.
You know you're having that kind of a day when you go out just to grab a loose puck to smother it, and somehow you overskate it. It ends up squirting free, and it's an easy one for the Lions to put in the back of the cage right there. But that all starts by great goaltending, as it was ASU who should have been up on the board. The goalie makes some saves. You see it time and time again. Big save at one end, goal down at the other end.
Just the third even strength goal for the Lions today. They've had 4 power play goals. As Mitch Miller, he comes in with just 4 goals on the season into this weekend's tournament. Able to get one of the easier goals you'll ever get. As Valencia will get an assist on that goal. As Valencia able to play it here to the near side. Miller looking for number 17 in the program. Number 17 is Chandler. Now back to Miller. He had the goal. Able to leave it behind, looking for Roberts as Chandler upends a man. Now it's another odd man rush for ASU. Walking in is Asa. He'll shoot. A glove save by by Johansson. Trickled in between his feet. He didn't know where that puck was. Able to deny it again. Great goaltending from the Lindenwood goaltender.
Johansson just seems to have the Maroons' number in this game, as he's made plenty of breakaway saves, odd man rushes. There's another one showing off the leather in a good glove, and he covers up on the rebound. Great job in net for Lindenwood with the goaltending today.
31 saves on 32 shots for Mr. Johansson. As the Lions get a turnover at center ice. Right back to ASU though. D-to-D pass to Vaughn. Goes behind the net for Bowden. Over on that far side is Kyvan as well. Hold on to it. Give it back to Vaughn on the far side. Grab the far boards. It's taken away. Now on top of the point. Gross with a shot. Blocked by Kyvan. ASU will ice this one. It might go on net to Johansson. It won't. As an icing call is made with 8:46 to go. We're past the halfway point of our third period. We won't have a media timeout though due to the icing call.
Definitely had, or pardon me, we've definitely, the game has opened up big time here. We were getting off man rushes. The opportunities are coming. It's starting to look a little bit like pond hockey as both teams getting 2-on-1s, breakaways here and there. As you can tell, the third period, you'd expect it to open up a bit. ASU wants to get a couple more up on the board. And Lindenwood, they're not going to quit as they continue to throw pucks on net.
And Inglis will make the save, and that leads to our media timeout here in the third period. You're watching the ACHA Men's Division II National Championship here from Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. We'd like to thank our third period sponsors, Pro Stock Hockey, Bauer Hockey, USA Hockey, and Barron Championship Rings, the official championship ring supplier of the ACHA. We'd also like to thank the Westchester Visitors Bureau, the Iceline Quad Rinks, App Hammer, and our broadcast partners from the University of Utah. 8:41 to go here in our third period. The score 7-1. Lindenwood with a lot of goals here to make up for just the two that they scored.
They scored one against the Liberty Flames and one against William Patterson coming into the game. And they're like, yeah, this is where the offense is finally clicking. I wish it could have been like this earlier in the tournament.
While we got time, we want to give another congratulations to the all-academic players for each of these two teams. Over 100 players with a 3.2 GPA or higher this season. They were honored. They'll be honored this weekend. We want to name some of the names for Lindenwood, John Peterson, Andrew Gross, and Zachary Mitchell. For ASU Maroon, William Bowden, Matt Brunfield, Scott Farr, Nathan Kyvan, Jake Savona, and Mason Tuber all picked up all academic honors this year. We want to congratulate everyone on both teams as well as the guys on every other team that got it done both here on the ice and in the classroom. ASU back to work, trying to build some positive vibes moving forward here. As Lindenwood now moves it back the other way. Floated pass in front, comes to Gross. They'll send one back on the far post. Now top of the point, Peterson a shot, redirected, score! A tip shot in front. It's going to be number 27, AJ Gross with the goal. And the defenseman gets a goal for himself. 8-1 now the score here in this one.
You really got to like the relentless attack here of Lindenwood, as we're going to see yet the third goaltender come into the game here for ASU. But just great puck movement. They come in on 3-on-2. Things don't happen. They're able to get the puck back to the point, and a smooth moving defenseman off of the skate, then to the stick. He's able to get the shot off. It's tipped in front just like that. 8-1 now the score. 41 shots up on the board for Lindenwood.
So Inglis's day is done. 2 goals on 16 shots for the ASU goaltender. 14 saves for him. And there we see our third goaltender of the afternoon for ASU. It's going to be Robert Labonte. As the Sun Devils have dressed all 3 goaltenders for this one. Labonte comes into today's contest a 1-1 record, a 2.5 goals allowed average, and an 84% save percentage. Definitely the tallest of the 3 goaltenders for Arizona State.
Definitely playing in the least amount of games, as both the other 2 goaltenders playing in at least 10 plus games throughout the season. And at least everyone can say now they got some time at Nationals.
Face off on the far side, offensive draw for Arizona State as they win it to the top of the point. Duarte goes to the far side. Now a shot is saved by Johansson. Here to the near side, Savona trying to play it down low. Was cut off though by Mott. Floats one ahead, chasing after it Arnez. No icing as number 12 in your program, Blake Duarte, will go back after it. Stolen away again. Now the try is a shot and score. That's Vessling's hat trick. And it's now 9-1 in favor of the Lions.
Probably the easiest goal in the afternoon there for Vessling, as he just outworks his man on the side of the net. He gets the puck off the stick, gets a first shot. The rebound's sitting right there, and it's up and over the glove as he gets a couple whacks at that one. Easy money for Vessling. And now 9-1 the score for LU.
7:07 to go here in this game. As Lindenwood now with an ever-increasing lead, ASU trying to get a goal here. They've had good offensive opportunities. Johansson's just been up to the task in the net for Lindenwood so far. ASU Maroon with 34 shots in this contest as here comes Roberts. Had it stolen away by Arizona State. Back out to center ice. Gross to the far side. Polite back to Gross. Tries to float one ahead. It's stolen away by Vaughn. He looked up ahead for Asa, but he was offside. Lindenwood back in their own zone now. Polite off of an ASU stick, looking to give it to Gross. Now he will. Now passed up ahead to the near side. Miller. Center pass back to Gross. Poked away from him, but right to Valencia. So he gives it to Roberts. Roberts corrals it at the top of the point. Tries to send it down low. It's stolen away by Asa, who looked to break out McGowan, but a good defensive play from Roberts. Stole that one away. Wilkes on the far side plays it ahead. McGowan again looking for that stretch pass. This time stolen away by Polite. Wilkes upended as he tried to chip it off the boards and move ahead. A little collision between the Sun Devils in the neutral zone, but no harm, no foul as ASU back in control. Over on that far side, picked up by ASU. Nice bounce pass off the boards. Now McGowan again trying to chip it off the boards, was held up by the Lions. As it creams off a couple of players in the LU zone. Nice play to move it ahead. Now a chance for Johnson as he shoots. It's saved by Lavani. As Sun Devils trying to clearance off a Lindenwood skate back into the own end. Now Wilkes has it. Rings around here to the near side for Morgan. Morgan chips it along. It's waiting here on the near side. Tuber gets a stick on it. As a man cutting towards the front, as flying in hard was Sean Mott. I'll lay down that hit. Savona with a turnover as he holds in the corner. Floats a pass to the top of the point. Morgan will give it back. 3 Lions on the ASU forward as it comes around the near boards. Now Morgan a shot redirected just wide by Kyvan. as the teams battle on that far side. Again, 3 Lions on that one forward. Done a good job with their defensive zone pressure. As Savona able to steal that one away. Send it all the way back down the ice. Peterson will get it before it reaches the goal line. Under 5 minutes now to go in this one. 9-1 the score. Lindenwood going to finish the weekend 1-2. ASU Maroon will finish 0-3 as a shot is saved by Labonte. And shot count 4:34 here to go, and the clock is starting to run here with 4 minutes to go.
For Arizona State, probably a pleasant sight to see that clock winding down.
So it's officially gone to runtime here in this one.
Been a tough afternoon for the team.
It really came down to the power plays until the third period here. The Lions with 4 power play goals. They're 4 for 6 with the extra attacker here this afternoon. It looked like a promising start for Arizona State as they were able to answer the Lindenwood goal. Now here's an opportunity. Vesling, one-time shot near side. Turned aside by Labonte. That was Cipolla. He's got 1 already. It's been scoring from all over the place from Lindenwood in this one as well. As puck comes into the slot, had Gross for a moment. Now another shot, this one blocked by Duarte. Now ahead, here's Zach Kazan. I haven't called his name very much today. As both teams exercising the full benches as we come down to the final couple minutes here.
Yep. Why not?
Hey, everyone wants to say they played here in the national tournament. As here's Allen walking in, rings it off the post. Looking for that short side. And back the other way again, here's Godfrey. He'll fire one through the crease. Johansson trying to get something on it. Top of the point, just played into the corner. As Godfrey ties up his man in polite. Now on your side, a backhand, and another try in front. It goes high. ASU not backing down, though, with a good opportunity in front. Just goes up out of play.
Not the game that we were probably intending that we would be seeing in this one, as both teams, like we said, came in very similar statistics throughout the first 2 games, and it was a good start for both teams. It did look like we were going to get that kind of close 1-1 battle, and then, like you said, the penalties just started to come for ASU, and ever since they kept going the box, Lindenwood kept filling the net.
Another try for ASU. It's saved by Johansson. That was Anderson with the opportunity that time. On the far side, it's sent all the way down by Valencia. No icing as they won't make it. Back for ASU, Ross Bowden. Bowden looking for a stretch pass. He fans on it. Sends it up the boards. Keeping it in the zone, Valencia. Walking into the slot. Nice touch pass here to the near side. He tried to kick it to Roberts. Was number 19, Miller. Almost a great play from Lindenwood for the 10th goal. Now Roberts with a try. It's saved by Labonte. Still loose. Another try is saved as well. Lindenwood also not backing down here in the final 2 minutes. Expecting more of a possession game. This one goes high off the boards into the rafters. Here with 1:45 left.
We're stopping the clock after all now.
Yeah, well, it looks like they were just kind of bleeding the clock a little bit, hoping the referees didn't notice, maybe. We're down to 1:45 here, 9-1 the score. Shots 48-36 in favor of the Lions. They really pulled away here in the third. Teams digging after it here on the near side. ASU back in control with Wilkes. Up the far side for Savona. Retreats into his own end, trying to get past Gross. Takes a check from him. Keeping it in, now here's Vesling. Down behind the net. Cipolla tried to put one in front. Stolen away by Tuber, though. He floats one to the center of the ice, stolen away by Peterson. Tipped up ahead, tapped along. Here's Gross with an opportunity, one man to beat, but a good defensive play by Morgan. Able to tap that one away. Final minute here of regulation. Is Lindenwood going to ski to a victory here this afternoon? They'll finish their Nationals trip here to Pennsylvania on a high note. As for the ASU Maroon Sun Devils, their first ever appearance here at the national tournament. They'll go back to Tempe 0-3.
Definitely a good learning experience for this Arizona State team to come in, play against the top teams in the nation, and know how to build their team next year.
There's another try in front for Roberts. He's denied by Labani. Great save. We'll see how many of this ASU Maroon squad will stick around for the ASU Elite Florida Gulf Coast game. That's coming up next here in about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, winner of that one will be going through to the next pool. Into the next round, out of the pool play.
Yeah, we have basically two quarterfinal games this afternoon. As we're down to the final time, 10 seconds, one final shot here, 2 seconds and one. That'll do it. As the horn sounds, the Lindenwood Lions close out their national trip with a victory over the Sun Devils. 9-1 the final score. As we'll talk with one of the Lindenwood Lion players here in just a moment. Maybe we'll see if we can get a conversation from the hat trick guy, Mr. Vessling. As Brandon will go down and see if we can get a chat with one of the Lindenwood players. A solid 9-1 win for Lindenwood. They will finish 1-2 here in pool play. As for ASU, 0-3 as we mentioned. As the first game here in Pool B has been decided, the second game will be between Liberty and William Patterson. The winner of that one will move on to the semifinals to take on the winner of a crazy Pool D, which currently in overtime with 3 minutes left, Miami and Boston are still tied at 4. Crazy point under that one. If this game ends in a tie, they're basically essentially both eliminated. So both teams looking for a goal. They're only under 4 minutes now to go in that one. As the teams meet at center ice for handshakes. As both these teams will head home after today's contest, and they'll maybe stick around for the semifinals and the championship game on Tuesday. As while we wait for Brandon, we want to thank all the academic we'll mention the all academic players again for both squads. For ASU Maroon, William Bowden, Matthew Brumfield, Scott Farr, Nathan Kyvan, Jake Savona, and Mason Tuber. For Lindenwood, we have John Peterson, Andrew Gross, Zachary Mitchell, and the hat trick guy, Mr. Vessling, standing by with Brandon downstairs.
Thanks, Matt. I'm joined now by Vessling, who had the hat trick out there for his team today. Tell us what was the difference with your offense out there.
We really didn't have much to lose going into the game. We were done either way with the tournament, so we were a lot looser in the locker room before the game, and we were just out here to have fun. Send the seniors, myself, away with the victory. So, it was full team. Our goalie played great, and it was just a lot more confidence going into this one than the last two, I suppose. Yeah,
what do you think that a win like this does for the team going into next year and building the program?
Yeah, we got about 12 freshmen. So it was kind of a big surprise to us that we made it here, and we worked our asses off in the regionals. So it was nice, we got those guys some experience to move forward with the program. We only lost 4 seniors, so it should just get better from here on out for the boys. So.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on a great year.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Matt, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. As we conclude our almost final game here on Ring 4, we have one game left. It'll be Lindenwood, Belleville, and Utah coming up next year on Ring 4. We have just a couple more games left to be decided here before we go to our national semifinals. The final here between Lindenwood and ASU Maroon. The Lions beat the Sun Devils by a final score of 9-1. For everybody here with the ACHA, we thank you guys for joining us for the National Championship Tournament here from Westchester, Pennsylvania. For Brandon, I'm Matt. Josh, our cameraman, has been absolutely awesome all weekend long. We thank you for joining us. This is Matt Comas signing off from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Be sure to stick around for our next games at 3 o'clock. You've been watching the 2016 ACHA Division II National Championships here live from Westchester, Pennsylvania. Have a great afternoon and the rest of your weekend. This is Matt Comas signing off from Westchester. Good afternoon.